Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another TEW2020 Predicts video here today. The series where we use the magic 8-ball that is Total Extreme Wrestling to gaze into the future and see what is to come in a certain superstar's career. If you're enjoying the series, why don't you like and subscribe? Why not drop that at the start rather than at the end for once? As today, the superstar we're looking at, is he in the shortlist? He is Parker Boudreaux, the 23-year-old American male wrestler, 1 year of experience, signed from college, I want to say, to WWE, hailed as the next big thing, hailed as the new Brock Lesnar, hailed as the new Brock Lesnar 2.0, if you will, and Parker Boudreaux, or Harland, if you want to call him that, or the God Destroyer, whichever one you'd like to refer to him as. What is to come in his career? Let Go, released by WWE, recently showed up on AEW Dark alongside Slim J and Davari, the Trust Busters. I'm going to go with, that sounds right. But what's going to come now? What will come in the career of Parker Boudreaux? He's in AEW. Will he stay there? Will he rise up the ranks? Will he leave AEW? Go around the indies, go back to WWE inevitably. So much potential to happen. So without further ado, let's go find out. Let's simulate forward to the end of the career of Parker Boudreaux, or as close as possible, and look to answer the question of what is to come in the career of the God Destroyer, Parker Boudreaux / Harland. And here we are, Saturday, week 1, October 2043. A very random date, obviously showing that he has retired. If I go to Parker Boudreaux, 44 years old, 22 years of experience now, bulky, light heavyweight, and I noticed a few things. First, he retired on August 2043, so I'm a couple months out, but close enough, inducted into WWE Hall of Fame. So, as you can see also through this, he obviously went back to WWE and obviously did well enough there to get into the Hall of Fame. So, a lot to see throughout here. So, he stayed in AEW, and he doesn't have a thing about leaving AEW. So, AEW went bankrupt as expected. He signed for WWE again, June 2029. So, another early bankruptcy from Tony Khan. We expect nothing less from old TK at this point, do we? Whilst if we go to Social Media Storm, what happened there? That was pretty, relatively early in his wrestling career throughout this experiment. So let's just have a look if it wants to load. And you'll see you go on Social Media Storm after posting a political rant. Very CYN of you, Parker Boudreaux. Unless, you know what, I don't know his politics. It could be political rant on either side of the aisle. Whilst he then picked up an injury, a year-long injury, torn rotator cuff in February 2027. Out quite a while with that one, wasn't he? Relocated to the Northwest, extended his deal with AEW. Was he still injured? No, he just came back from injury, extended his deal. They're obviously happy with him. Then they went bankrupt and he went to WWE within, a year-ish. Went down to NXT, but then recalled very quickly. So he signed him in June 2029, and he was called up from NXT August 2029. So within 2 months, he's impressed enough to get called up to the main roster. And then it's just a series of extending his deals, relocating from the Northwest to the Midwest. Obviously didn't like it right up there. Then he left WWE eventually in January 2043 and then retired in August 2043. So WWE said, we're not giving you another contract. And then he said, well, I'm going to call it then. I'm not doing indies. I'm a 44-year-old man. I'm not bothering with the independent scene. But then got inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame though. So I mean, fair enough to him. He's had a pretty solid career all around here. Title-wise, I'm assuming he's won a lot of titles in WWE. He's in the Hall of Fame. And, I mean, he's done alright. Not as I was expecting fully. In AEW, he won one title, the FTW World title, which he held for 3 months. Taz could but watch on at that. Then he went to WWE and he won quite a few titles actually. 4 mid-card, 4 tag team. The first title was the US title, March 2030 to September 2030. So 6 months, 7 defenses, decent little reign with the belt for the first one. Then next was the Intercontinental title, March 2032 to October 2032. Another 7-month reign, 3 defenses only, but a nice little reign again with the mid-card belt. Next title was the SmackDown Tag Team with Jack Cartwheel, my mistake, October 2032 to February 2033. 4-month reign, 1 defense, decent. That's alright. And he was champ for a little bit, because he lost that in February 2033, but he won the Intercontinental belt in January 2033, and he held it till September 2033, so 8-month reign with 2 defenses, nice reign once again. He's having pretty decent reigns, less than a year, but longer than 6 months. I mean, 6 months and above, that's fine by my books. His final singles belt was the Intercontinental, September 2034 to February 2035, so that's 5 months, his shortest reign, I want to say, with 2 defenses. He's not defending the belts much. Most was the US with 7 defenses in 6 months, but still Intercontinental. A final run, 3-time Intercontinental champ, pretty decent. 1-time United States, and then he won 3 more tag titles, the Raw tag titles specifically, throughout the rest of his career, with Phantasm a third, July 2036 to September 2036, Raw tag team, 2 months. Stanley Barnett, July 2041, so he had to wait 5 years nearly till he won his next title, July 2041 to November 2041. Held it for 4 months though, 6 defenses, pretty good, with Stanley Barrett, and then his final title came pretty quickly after that. He didn't have to wait 5 years. He lost that in November 2041, and then he won his next Raw tag team in his last title in December 2041, so just under 2 months later, because it was week 1 November, week 4 December. Held it till week 3 March. He held it for about 3 months with Dante Chen. And then that was the end of his title haul. So 8 titles in WWE, 4 tag team, 4 Intercontinental. 4 mid-card, 3 Intercontinental, 1 US, 3 Raw tag team, 1 SmackDown. Enough to get into the Hall of Fame? I mean, I guess so, because he did get into it. Inducted. Wrestling status-wise, first in the Power 500 in 2026 when he won the FTW World title, 179, decent. Then 2029... 76, 2030, 49, one of his highest rankings. 2031 is 72. Back out, 2032 to 2034, he was 136, 113, 100. Back into the top 100, and he stayed there for the rest of his career, though. 2035, he was 99. 2036, he was 30. 2037, his highest ranking was 11th. 2038 was a 22, but then 2039 back to his highest ranking of 11th. And then he starts to slip down by not by much, still in the top 30 in the world. 2040 to 2042, he was 25, 26, 29. So staying pretty high up there. Parker Boudreaux, he would have been in WWE, so he would have been Harland, wouldn't he? Winning titles, 4 mid-card in 3 Intercontinental, 1 US, 4 tag team in 3 Raw tag team and 1 SmackDown. Decent Hall titles, got a Hall of Fame induction. Power 500, he's clearly done well. Every year from 2035 till he retired. I haven't simulated the end of 2043 yet, so I don't know if he'd get him, but I don't think so, maybe. But 2035 to 2042 at the very least, he was in the top 99 wrestlers in the world. From 2036 onwards, he was in the top 30, so he's clearly done well for himself. Match quality-wise, our dear Parker Boudreaux / Harland, what is he up to? If it wants to load, I can tell you. Oh, it's being slow today. I don't know if you can hear the motorcycles, but I can. I'm going to close my window. Stupid motorcycles, I tell you. Yeah, he only fought 1 match in 2043, so I'm going to assume he's not getting into the Power 500 this year. He lost it by DQ. But overall in his career, 3-3-2 wins, 3-3-7 losses. That's one of the most 50-50 ones we've had. He lost 5 more matches than he won. But that is so nearly 50-50. 669 matches, 332 wins. I mean, that's decent. That's good, pretty good. Average rank of 70 is good. Highest rank of 84. Where's that coming in? I'll go to the start because I just want to see when the first 84 was really. His first day 4 was in 2026 over in AEW. Here it was on Rampage, unless there was an earlier one. Yep, Rampage, September 2026. Keith Lee, Ortiz, and Santana defeated Parker Boudreaux and the Varsity Blondes. What a battle. Parker Boudreaux and the Varsity Blondes, you know, like this college-based team against Keith Lee, Ortiz, and Santana. Beautiful. And then he's got a couple of E4s in his career left. No, he just got one more in 2037, actually, which was here on Raw. Yep, no others. Here on Raw in March 2037, Nathan Fraser defeated Harland in a cage match. Dante Shen versus Harland for the title. A lot of fascinating matches in the career of Harland. But Harland, overall, a pretty 50-50 win-loss record throughout his career. It's decent. I mean, title-wise, 4 tag team, 4 mid-card, 3 on Continental, 1 US, FTW title in AEW as well. WWE Hall of Fame ring. Consistently thought of as a good wrestler for the last 7 or 8 years of his career, the top 30 in the world. I don't think he can have any complaints, and now he's just left wrestling entirely. He said, I'm not being a manager or any of that. If I'm not wrestling for WWE, I'm just out, and fair enough to him. A final thing to check, as always with these experiments, you know, just have to confirm that Tony Khan has bankrupted the joint. Oh god, it's being so slow today. Inactive. Come on, show me the money. March 2039, so 2029. WWE wasted no time in calling up big man Harland to re-sign him now, did they? But still, search please. Oh my god. I apologise, it's so slow. Come on. Oh god. Come on. Oh lord. Oh, okay. Where I want to go, 2029. Search. There we go. Blaming mounting financial problems. Tony Khan's done it again. We expect nothing less. Impact also went bankrupt, which is, we don't see it every time, but it does happen, you know, quite a lot. You know, eventually their luck has to run out, I guess. WWE, if you're curious, currently run by Stephanie, so she's kept power incredibly well. Top 5 in the world, top 5 in the company. Bron Breakker, Nathan Fraser, Gregory Huge over here. That's, I want to say Jay White, but I could be entirely wrong. And if I am, I apologise. Rhea Ripley and Akira Tozawa is reincarnated into Kyomen Inokuma. Yeah, former Tag Team of the Year winner. Good for him. They have nearly 600 mil in the bank. All right, Steph. Phantasma the Third. I just wanted to check who that was, actually, because it was one of Parker's partners. But I'm regretting it with the longer and longer this game is taking to load. Seth is still going. I assume he's just a manager at this point. Roman's still going. I mean, he could be full-time. Ray is definitely not a full-time wrestler. I'd refuse to believe that. I don't know if this is going to load. I don't know what's wrong with this today. I really don't know. Oh, God. This is ridiculous. Oh, my stars. Phantasma. Yeah, I thought so. It's just Santos Escobar. They reincarnated this Phantasma the Third, which, understandable actually, fair enough. As to conclude, Parker Boudreaux, how did his career go? I think it went pretty decent. Not quite God Destroyer levels, but still, Hall of Fame ring, 4 mid-card champ titles, 3 in a Continental, 4 tag team, decent career. Did pretty well, but, you know, doesn't matter what I think, matters what you think. So let me know in the comments down below, how do you think Parker Boudreaux's career has gone? You know, Parker Boudreaux, Harland, God Destroyer, however you want to refer to him. How do you think it's gone? I got that out in the end. Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know any other superstars you'd like to see me use the crystal ball that is TEW Extreme Wrestling to gaze into their future. And I might do so. I always love hearing what you think. Like I said earlier, leave a like and subscribe for more if you have enjoyed. I hope you have. And as always, I just want to say thank you for watching.